one.
Mm.
Hello, guys, and welcome to Jupiter's Love. I am talking about Takina, and this is my lovely King Iconic.
Yeah, y'all see my baby looking so goddess queenie. I call her
Um,
my queen goddess.
I'm gonna need you to calm down. Calm down.
I can't. Yeah, you see that cleavage.
I was not looking at that. So, guys, we are doing. Um, we're eating watermelon. I'm gonna eat mine after. Um, because I eat it very messy and slurpy and loud, and I don't think it's appropriate for the camera.
Mhm.
So today we are talking about relationship advice, couples goals, relationships in general, but the main topic is what men want and expect from women. And who better to talk about this than my lovely king? And I will concur most of it. We're in a better place now, so I will definitely concur with saying. So we've come up with a list of about 10 things that guys want. I'm going to say what they are, and then my lovely king is going to talk about them. Now, I know this is going to be like super. I got to stop moving this background. I know this is super like emotion evoking, and people will agree or disagree, but we need to have these conversations because there's so many people that are single and they want to be in a relationship. And why can't I get a man? Why can't I keep a man? Number one, you need to be accountable for your actions and all of that. There's a glare, but I don't want to take my glasses off.
Yeah,
Um,
you
yeah.
good?
So we're gonna try and get through these within 30 minutes. We're gonna keep it down to hopefully 30 minutes, but we definitely need to talk about this. So jumping right in, number one is men want and expect from women understanding and compassion. So I'm going to talk about that, and then my lovely husband, my
You
king.
said men want that.
Yes.
Uh, it, it's a different C. It's a different C word.
Let's not.
Okay,
Okay.
all right, go ahead.
I I I'm sure we're gonna cover what you're talking about, and if we don't, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
What C word was it? What C word was it?
Um, cooperation.
Okay. That's kind of understanding, right?
Understanding. Yeah. Eh, you can understand, but you won't cooperate.
Explain. Oh, okay, so explain because now you got my juices.
All over
Uh,
the place.
yeah. Okay. Anyway, what do you mean by cooperation? Like, what do you want a woman to cooperate?
The first thing that came to mind is remember the video where the dude was fighting and you all probably know what I'm talking about. Uh some
Where
dude
he told her to leave and she was taking her precious time.
right, and she was asking, well, why, and this and that, and it was like, yo man, the one that you love, the one that you're with is telling you to leave the situation because you know, it's about to get hostile. Not to mention the dude that disrespected you. Why wouldn't you want to leave the area that he's in? You know what I'm saying? So, so even though she left eventually, it shows some type of kickback, so to speak. And it's like, look here, I'm the man you love. I'm the man you with. I'm I'm trying to protect you, and you want me to answer all your questions before you got to get up and leave, and the situation is right now, like it's and this might sound old school or whatever, but do as I say. Like, and I don't mean that in the bad sense, because in turn, I do what my wife says. I know I do. This time right now is not the time to question. Get up and leave.
Okay.
So cooperation.
I mean, I take that as obey what I say.
I can see that. I can see that.
And if, people are going to have their opinions on, oh, you want me to obey you? You want me to submit to you? That's a whole nother topic or video.
You can say cooperation as in
You're
um
saying it nice. Like you're being nice about it.
well, go ahead, tell me, baby.
No, I'm just saying, like, most people will say obey. Like, most men who I feel like, if a man says obey me, if they're saying it like that, to me, that's not me personally. That's not a man that I'm not even. You say what?
Yeah. See the thing is, for me, the difference between obey and I lost the word.
Cooperate?
Yes, is if I want you to do what I say nine time 9 times out of 10 a day, I'm being controlling. But
Yeah,
cooperation is like, look here. If I throw you the alley oop, I expect you to dunk it, spike it, whatever form
yeah,
of game you want to do. But you know what I'm saying?
yeah. I don't know why I'm
Oh, yeah.
yawning.
Yeah.
I don't listen. It's the
Oh,
camera.
so yeah, we got 30 minutes. So go ahead, because I was about to be like, yeah, why you seem so upbeat and peppy is probably because the vitamin D.
Yeah, no, I agree
Vitamin
potentially,
D, vitamin
but
D makes me happy.
we gon' I need to stop moving, but let's just talk about this background.
All right, you gonna fall out that chair.
I know.
All we gonna hear is boom, and that's it.
It's okay. So let's get so I agree with you, and yes, that's why I'm like obey. That's more of a controlling type of situation. Like I take a man that says obey is be seen, not heard type situation.
Yeah,
I don't we not doing that over here.
right.
But understanding and compassion, men often seek a partner who will try to understand their feelings and emotions. A woman can show compassion and empathy, can create a profound emotional connection. So basically, understanding and compassion instead of saying, be a man, man up, all of that type of stuff. Allow a man to be man and show emotion, be compassionate.
Yeah. Yes, because a lot of women they grow up so independent that they don't or won't allow a man to be a man. Oh, I could do it myself. I could do it myself. Well, kudos. That's good. But I am here. I think we had touched on it, part of that, in another video, where even though I was like, had mixed emotions about you fixing the dashboard. Like, I was happy, but then I also felt bad because I felt like I let you down because I didn't get to it.
Yeah.
But see, some women do that and be like, "See, I had to do it all by myself. I can't depend on you." Case in point, like the book series that I'm listening to or whatever,
Yeah.
where the people, the family is putting down Frasier and whatnot all the time. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
treating them like a slave or a housemaid.
Third citizen. What is it called? I don't know.
I know what you're saying. Like basically, you're not on our level. You're
Right.
beneath us. Little do they know.
Yeah.
So the next thing is respect and appreciation.
Oh, respect. Respect is love to us. You show a man respect. I mean, genuine respect, not no fake facade, genuine respect. And I guarantee you, he gonna go above and beyond to let you know how he loved, when he loved, why he loved you.
Um, so with respect and appreciation, feeling respected and appreciated for who they are and what they can do deeply meaningful, it creates a sense of validation and worthiness.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you think about a man going out into the work field or whatever, especially a black man. We don't get the respect and recognition out in the field. When we come home and we still don't get that, that's a breeding ground for cheating. That's a breeding ground for just sneakiness, you know. So we in a world where a lot of people are loveless. So when we come home to our woman, we want and need that respect. You know, we want to feel like just how like it's kind of messed up, but just how like people show their dog, oh, you're the big bad strong puppy and da 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 da. Like yo, us men need that too. Like we come home and how my strong king doing and stuff like that or whatever. Like yeah, that's gonna make us feel yeah, I am. And think about it. The more you hear something, the more you're gonna live in that. Allow me to be the king, and I'm gonna make sure that you know that you are my queen. Won't he do it? Yes, he will.
Won't he do it? So trust and reliability. Men desire a relationship where they feel secure and know they can rely on their partner. Trust is the foundation of a strong relationship.
Mm-hmm. But but you can't get that trust without being honest. Like so, I lost where I was going.
Look like you sitting down and not moving to me.
Oh no no no! No, I'm just kidding. But what were the two one trust and what?
Reliability. So being reliable and being able to trust.
Yes. So ladies, you might not want to if you feel like you can't rely on your man, give him things that you know you can rely on him for. Then when he come with that, praise him for that, and I guarantee you, you can start eventually giving him bigger things to show that he wants to show you that he's reliable. He wants to show you that he is your go-to person, and trust that he'll get it done. But if you ain't allowing him to be a man, then all this is linked together. Show him that he's a man, he's your man, and he'll show you the world.
I'm
He'll
only
call
seeing a
you
computer.
Hmm.
You said he'll show you that he'll show you the world, and I said I only see a computer.
Oh, okay. It's rising up again. It's rising up again.
Ah, um,
No, I'm anyway.
um. So the next one, we're only on number 4. The next one is encouragement and support. Having a partner who encourages dreams and supports during difficult times can be a powerful motivator. It creates a sense of partnership and shared goals. Encouragement and support. Go.
I I just said it. Kind of like when you give him something to do small and working their way up to the big ones or whatever. It's like when he or let me just say it like this. The things he do well right now, give him appreciation for it. Encourage him to that he can go out and do more abundantly above all. You know, if one thing my wife does for me is make me feel like I can go out there and I can I get so choked up. Uh it makes me feel like I can go out there and move mountains. And a lot of times that's how I feel and that's how I go throughout my day. And other people may seem like, "Oh, he's cocky and confident." Yeah, but that's due to the foundation that my wife had built me up on.
And you should be like if someone feels like you're too cocky or too confident, that's definitely not someone you want to be around because why are you trying to stump how I feel about myself? Like,
Well, of course, that's their problem.
well,
I
yeah,
don't be around them anyway.
yeah,
So yeah, encourage your man. Encourage your man. Like there's nothing. What you invest in your man, he will, you know, he'll give it back to you. And what
like,
he gives to you, then like they say, a woman to multiply it. Bam, y'all will know a very deep level of love if you just try work at it. Work at it.
work at it. So this is one that we have talked about before is honest communication. Open and honest communication without judgment or fear can create genuine connection. It makes men feel that their thoughts and feelings are valid and acknowledged. O-
Said it and I was messing with my phone.
Open and honest communication. Being able to talk and say
Oh,
anything. So being able to say, hey, that girl, this or that, or I said this to this female, and it not be, any backlash.
yeah. Like one thing, even back in the day, I was doing, trying to be open and honest. At some time, it did shut me down, but now because we've had the growth and the talks and stuff like that, like I do not feel like I should hide anything from my wife because she's allowing me the space, the mindset to speak, to say what's on my mind.
Yeah.
So if you can't be honest, then you won't be open, and you're definitely going to lack something in your relationship.
Yeah. I concur. Because the whole point is you want someone to be able to come and talk to you about any and everything and not lie or hide things. but you want that, but you cannot then lose it when they say something like, "Oh, that girl's, behind looks good," or, "I was talking to this female about A, B, and C," and then the female, gets upset. Um, you can't, then he's not going to come back to you and say anything. And now he's going to hide it, not because he wants to, but because he's afraid of how you're going to respond when he says something.
Right, and he wants where he lays his head at to be peaceful.
Exactly. So be his peace, like literally. So,
Because one thing a lot of y'all probably are facing is the fact that baby mama, you know, why you always talking to your baby mama? Because we have kids that's like underage. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta talk to her to know about the kids. Until the kids can talk for themselves, then once my kids was talking for themselves, like I'm gonna say 8, 9, like I would just ask, like, hey, let me talk to so and so, let me talk to whoever,
yeah.
cut the middleman out. And when they became teenagers or whatever and they had phones, definitely cut the middleman out. Like, but also with that, some of you men,
Doing
y'all
too.
are being deceitful and trying to have your cake and eat it too. If you still have feelings for your baby mama, let allow your woman to know that. And y'all might be saying right now, nah, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that.
Oh, they are.
Allow come to your woman and be like, look here, I've been wrestling with some things and I love you. I don't want you to ever get that twisted or misconstrued. I do love you, but at the same time, I do still have feelings for my kid's mother. I don't want to lose you over it, but I don't want to deny how I feel.
Deny or hide. It ain't even denying it.
Yeah. Well,
It's
yeah.
hiding it, because if you care about someone, look, I want to be with you, I care about you. And more 9 times out of 10, a person that would even say something like that is because they're fresh out of that relationship. Because
Yeah.
if you're a year in and you still got feelings for your ex, something going on.
Yeah.
Something going on, because over time those feelings dissipate. So if you're a year in and you're like having a conversation, I saw feelings for my ex, why? Like you have to have that conversation at that point. Why are those feelings still there?
Yeah,
Because at
you
some point something's missing in your relationship, in your current relationship, that is making you miss that other person. And more than likely, 9 times out of 10, you're still in communication with that person to the point where those feelings continue to stay fresh. Even if y'all aren't doing anything disrespectful, the person's still around because y'all are friends. So those feelings are still fresh.
yes. So with that, that's where what HOT would decide to be honest, open, transparent, first and foremost with yourself.
Yep.
When you analyze the where, when, why, all that, why you feel the way you feel, what's going, then you can better inform your girl of why you feel that way, what's going on and all that stuff. And who knows? She might she might be like, all right, well, I love you and want to be with you. So we gonna work through this together. And 9 times out of 10, I believe that that's where poly starts too, because it's the honesty. You got to be honest, but you got to be honest with yourself first.
Yeah.
Then inform your woman about all how you feel about the situation, about the person, about, you know what I'm saying? Give her the chance.
Yeah. Yeah, 100% give someone the chance to decide what decision they want to make. Um, the one thing, like, I know a few people, personal people that I've talked to, even about our situation, is they feel like my decision is based off of you, or it's you wanting this, so I'm just riding along. No, you gave me the option to make a decision on what I wanted. We had the conversation, and
And what they don't know is that we had the conversation before we got together. She
we've had
she
lots of
knew I was
conversation.
pro poly before we said yeah, or at least I've said it. I know I've said it. That we did. It's been a while.
So back in the day, because if y'all go back and watch all of our vlog rewinds, you'll be able to catch up to current. Back in the day, no, I was not aware of that mindset. I didn't feel like it existed. And maybe it did, but it just didn't have a label back then. But we separated, we got divorced, we got remarried. Well, we got back together, and then we got remarried. Um,
Mhm.
but in that time frame is where the poly came into play, where it had a label, and I knew what was going on. I knew what he wanted. So at that point it wasn't like, oh, this is, you're just doing it because of him. He gave me the option. I knew what I was, and even to this day he has said, like, he's all for it, but he's not for it. It may happen in the future, but right now it's about us. But I think he gave me the option. I think for myself. So if you have honest communication, you allow someone to say, this is how I feel, or I accept it, I don't accept it. But y'all can have that open communication and say, yes, let's do this. Yet, no, let's do that. Or I feel this way about how you feel about so and so, or, you being friends with your ex is a problem because it's keeping feelings around. Which there's a whole show on Discovery called You, Me and My Ex. And yeah, it's, I don't know how, me, if you legit a ex, like, sometimes it's cool, but you could tell some of them, the females especially, are legit trying to sabotage the current relationship. We are at 28 minutes and we are only on,
Well, how many is there?
there's 10, remember? I
Hey,
said that. Let's just move quick, cuz,
all right, come on.
or look, we got time. We could do over 30 minutes. We got time today. Yeah.
Okay.
So number 6 is intimacy and connection. Beyond physical attraction, emotional intimacy can be a significant desire. A deep emotional connection fosters a fulfilling and satisfying relationship. Intimacy and connection is not just physical.
No, no, it's not. Intimacy starts when you allow somebody to basically to know about yourself. Like the into me see. Like do my wife know what some things that would make me mad, would make me happy? Do she know some of my fears? Yes, that's intimacy. And it ain't got nothing to do with sex. So intimacy starts with um allowing her to know about you. But again, you need to take the time to know about your doggone self.
Yes.
So when you do
You have to be
pass over
intimate
that
with yourself.
huh?
I said you have to be intimate with yourself.
Mm-hmm. You gotta understand what you like, what you don't like. Hell, you really want to do the work, start understanding and knowing where your triggers come from that make you flip off or whatever have you. Analyze that, then relay a message to the person that you want to be with.
Yeah,
Because I guarantee you, a woman will not drop the ball on how you feel. And if they do, they might not be for you and you just chose the wrong one.
that part. So number 7, personal space and freedom. Maintaining a sense of individuality and personal space can be important. Men may seek a partner who recognizes the need for time apart to pursue personal hobbies or interests. Personal space and freedom.
Exactly. So let's say, for instance, again, this is information that you need to allow your woman to have. Like, if you like going to play basketball every Saturday at the rec center or whatever, that's your time. Your woman should know and accept that that's your time to go and just basically let down your hair, or in my case, let down your skin. Or and also that's where the whole man cave came from, is like, you know time for himself, time to for him to do whatever he want to do to make himself happy. Case in point, when you look at the glass water situation, a man is going to pour into you, but if he don't have that time to pour into himself, he's going to stay empty. And that's vice versa with the woman too. That's why they having girls trips and stuff like that, which I don't too much care for the girls trips or whatever. I at least want to go, but you go ahead, do your thing. You come back to the hotel and we Gucci with it, Gucci.
Oh, hold on, baby. Hold on, baby. Let me mute real quick. You keep talking.
All right. So, but at the same time though too, you can allow her to go, and especially if you trust her friends. I'm gonna be honest. I don't too much trust her friends, but one friend I do understand, and that's the friend that she's talking to right now or whatever. But back in the day, I didn't know. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't trust her friends. Um, I believe that they would have.
Explain why. Because
I was just
there
about to,
was okay, I'm sorry.
because they're open to allowing BS to come near or come hang out and stuff like that. Like, they were open to a lot of stuff that could get them in trouble if they had a man, I would say. Um Also, they would be careless to me. Um like, these girls trips or friends trips that you hear about. Oh, well, yeah, we went out and we had fun and we drank and this and that. Well, I blacked out, and I don't know where they went and stuff like that. It was it's like, you go somewhere and you don't know the place and you get that drunk to the point where you don't know where your friends are at, what happened, and all that stuff. Like, that's carelessness. They the
I,
one particular friend that I'm thinking about, like, she's on that level.
well, you can't categorize everyone. So I hear what you're saying. But I mean, there was never, for me personally, there was never any issues like that.
Okay, I was just giving an example.
I know. But categorizing all my friends,
No.
saying,
Well,
well, you did. You
huh?
said you didn't trust any of my friends.
Did I say any? If I did, my bad.
You
But
did.
I mean, your friend that you're talking to now, I trust her.
I have a good circle of friends now, absolutely. Back in the day, now, mind you, we're also talking about years of whatever. So we're talking about growing up and maturing over time as well. When you're younger, you're wilding out, you're 25, you're 24, you're going to the club. That's different than being in your 30s and going to the club. Is way different. So I just want to put that in there. I'm just saying. But I want to speak on personal space and freedom. Um, Sometimes you need that because if a man says, "Hey, I'm going to play basketball every Saturday," and you're hounding him and who you with, who is that, if you're not showing that you trust him, you're going to start planting seeds that you don't really want. And things because he wants his space and he can't get that space because you're worried about him cheating, that's something that you then have to work on within yourself. Why you have those insecurities, and this man just literally wants to go and play basketball. Again, I'm going to refer to cheaters. I watched 2 episodes yesterday where the person thought that, oh, he's cheating. And the whole time they're like, we followed this person for 2 weeks and didn't see nothing. But the person was adamant that their spouse was cheating. They're like, we usually can see within 3 days if someone's cheating. We followed this person for 2 weeks and there was nothing.
Wow.
So you have to deal within yourself of why. Like the guy kept files. He legit had insecurity issues, like really bad. So he
It was
hired
it was a gay couple.
no, it was a guy that felt like his girlfriend was cheating,
Oh,
and then there was a old lady in her 50s that thought that her husband, 50-year-old man, was cheating as well. Neither one of them were cheating, and the girl for the younger guy found the email that because he printed off and kept records of everything. I'm talking everything. And so she found the email that he had contacted cheaters saying that, he is adamant that she's cheating. They followed this girl. They followed her before she found the email. But they followed her. She was not doing anything wrong. They moved a roommate in that was her best friend. And he's like, she's always with her. I know they weren't doing anything. Like
well, where
cheaters
was
was
they?
like
Where was she going?
she would go to the mall sometimes and she donated not donated, volunteered at a children's hospital. And so he's like, I'm always at work and she's got stuff to do. She doesn't work because I take care of her because, again, he didn't trust her. So he didn't want her working. So she would go to the mall with her roommate slash friend and she would go and volunteer at the hospital just to get out the house. And he swore up and down she was cheating. Now, in some cases, yes, that has been the case. But for someone with severe insecurities, she wasn't doing nothing.
But see, that makes me think like, dude, what type of platform, what type of security are you allowing your girl not to tell you any of this stuff?
He knew he knew what she was doing, but he didn't believe her. So again,
I
if
feel like
someone's
just hilarious. That's stupid. Stupid.
that's stupid. Um, so yeah, if that's give someone space. Like we're apart. We're apart when we're together a lot, but when it's okay, I'm gonna go and do this. It's not about, oh well, why don't you want to be on the phone with me? And why don't you want to we don't do that. We allow each other the time to do whatever, take naps, to
rejuvenate, replenish, and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Case in point, it's a song by DMX, and then the part of the song it speaks about um basically letting people have their time or whatever. And but it's mostly for the men that he spoke on. He said, if you let that dog roam, that dog will always come home. Let them be, because if they don't want to be with you, it will show.
Yeah.
It will show.
So I'm gonna kind of brush through the next ones because we're already at 40 minutes.
All right.
Um, so we have shared values and goals.
That's what got me interested in you, because you hit on so many different levels of the same.
Yeah. Laughter and enjoyment
Yes,
is
I like
let's
to see you smile, baby. Yeah. Uh, uh. Make all four lips smile. Yeah.
you just you just can't keep it PG. Um, commitment and loyalty. Now this one, knowing that a partner is committed and loyal provides stability and reassurance. It helps build a foundation where relationships can grow and thrive.
I almost want to be like that. That also, I'm gonna be honest. Maybe I'm thinking too far, but it's like that even starts with yourself. Can you be committed and loyal to yourself? Can you say, "Hey, this is me"? I guess it all kind of stems around boundaries and stuff like that. Like, this is me. This is what I like. This is what I don't like, and then stand on it. A lot of times, even in the past, baby, because I did not stand on some of my boundaries or whatever, I was being disloyal to myself, because in terms it's like, well, I really don't want to do that, or I really don't want her to do that, or I really, and but I'm like, okay, and it didn't make me feel good, because I it's something I didn't want to do, or somewhere I didn't want to go, and stuff like that. Like, even the smallest things, like, allow, like, I can understand compromise, but when it's like repetitive, where you're shutting yourself down, are you really being loyal and committed to yourself?
Yeah.
Because if you start being loyal and committed to yourself, then, like Music Soul Child, you're gonna show your partner how to be loyal and committed to you. Do that, is that like, if
You lost me at Music Soul Child.
okay, because the song says, show me how to love you,
Oh,
but
okay.
you can't show me how to love you unless you show yourself how you love yourself, and then I catch on and add to it.
Yeah. See that right there is something that I 100% like when it comes to narcissism, that is one thing that I see so prevalent. You show people how to treat you. So
Hmm.
you show people how to love you. So and that's because of how you feel within yourself. Narcissists, they have like supersonic vision when it comes to, oh, that's an insecure person, so now I'm going to make it worse. But on the flip side, you if you treat yourself with love and respect, then the right person, the right man will see that and be like, "Oh, she cares about herself. She loves herself. She takes, they're going to see that and they're going to be like, "Okay, let me meet you where you're at with how you take care of yourself and love yourself." And in turn, because you love yourself that way, you're going to give that same love to me. That's how I see it.
Hmm. Exactly, and vice versa. But it all starts with self.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we are at 45 minutes.
Yeah, a lot of this show when I'm not talking, I'm really just looking at how beautiful you are and you know the booty that's on your chest.
Well, all right, baby. So
All right.
I would say let's go over. So we covered understanding and compassion, respect and appreciation, trust and reliability, encouragement and support, honest communication, intimacy and connection, personal space and freedom, shared values and goals, laughter and enjoyment, and commitment and loyalty. One thing that I want to add to laughter and enjoyment, if your relationship is boring and it feels like you're on a hamster wheel doing the same thing day in and day out,
Because life can get like that sometime.
you have to make time for each other. We already have like dates set up for this coming weekend. We already have dates set up. We,
Like
we do things together.
when I fly in, I'm not even gonna be there for a whole 24 hours, and we already have a date at the baseball field.
Mhm. Woo woo, I'm excited.
It is
Um,
our first baseball game.
yes. So, but you have to do those things. And even apart, we went to the movies apart but together. That was our
Yeah,
time together. Like we get busy. Like we get busy, but you still have to make time. You still have to laugh. You have to make we did not do that in the past. So you have that is I feel like that is one of the most important things is making time for each other. People cheat, people hide, people lie, people do lose love, lose interest because of the fact that you're not making time for each other. Like you just existing.
yeah. You're not allowing the seed of love to grow, the seed of loyalty to grow, the seed of commitment, hell, the seed of humor. You're not letting anything grow and manifest into something beautiful because you're not giving it time.
Yeah.
You and everyone stop expecting your spouse or your significant other, whoever you have interest, to always think like you when you're not allowing them to know how to how you think.
Yeah.
Like get real. That's crazy. Now if you rewind for when she's naming off everything that we went down, think about this. If you was to put that for yourself, all those could be for yourself. And if you stay with the course of all that for yourself, that information, that knowledge that you gain for yourself will come out and allow your partner to better understand, love, appreciate, and uh, the only way you could go is up from there.
Yeah. So with all that being said, we hope these tips and relationship advice was good. Go out when you get in a relationship or start dating, just think about these things because it will definitely help you to solidify and understand what men want. Um, Men are not that complicated. These are not complicated things to give a man. It's literally not anything financial in there. It's just being available and upfront and open with your partner. So with that being said, we are going to end this video an
Yes.
hour
Don't
later.
forget to like, subscribe, and if you have any questions, put them down below so we'll know, so we can answer you.
Absolutely.
And if it's good enough, we'll even make a video about it.
Yes. With that being said, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. The next couple of videos are definitely going to be evotion, evotion, emotion evoking videos that you need to know. So be sure to subscribe. And what, baby?
Don't let your love don't allow your love to be grounded. Make it out of this world.
It
Some
literally is on the bottom of the screen.
Oh, well, I can't read that from here because I need a new prescription.
Oh,
No, I can
sorry to
read
hear
it. I
that.
didn't see it. I didn't see it. I can read.
Don't ground your love. Make it out of this world. And we're out.